All right, well, I guess we're doing this. Totally improvised setup today. I've been trying to get my other phone that I usually record with to get charged up. It's been sitting out here in the trailer, unplugged, in the heat, in the cold, whatever, and it's just taken forever to just get an initial charge where I can just turn the damn phone on. So that's not happening. My other phone, my regular phone that I use, this guy right here, I don't know. It's jumping all over the place. It's freezing. It's jittery. It's not good. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to use the iPad itself that I use to do all my switching and camera angles and all that stuff, and just used it as a solo camera source today. Matter of fact, I think I was supposed to put something else in here. Let me check. Oh, the display is already on there. I already got it. So yeah, there we are. Put a couple things up here on the screen, but sorry about my little finger in the way. Normally I'm using the finger on the other side. You know how that goes, the finger on the other side. But what are we doing today, folks? Well, we are doing, I did one of these 2 years ago when I applied for the Warrior Expeditions Mississippi River Paddle, the Warrior Paddle, back in 2021. I actually did the interview in 2020. The event expedition was actually in 2021. So what am I doing now? Well, I've decided to go ahead and apply with Warrior Expeditions again and see if they will allow me to do one of the Warrior hikes. They do 8 different Warrior hikes every season. Stuff like the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Coast Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, the Buckeye Trail, the Florida Trail, all these different trails. The one that I'm interested in is the Arizona Trail out in Arizona. Actually goes from, we'll get into all that. We'll get into what that is. But first off, I just want to say hello. It's been a little while. Today is Veterans Day, by the way, and I've got my veterans hat on. It says dysfunctional veteran, leave me alone. Then I've also, you can't see it because I can't get all the angles right today, but I'm wearing my Air Force retired shirt. I figured I'd have the my little retirement plaque here in the back. It showcases all the dates and places that I was stationed, and then my rank progression and all those types of things. So my younger brother Kevin actually made that for me for my as a retirement gift. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get together and say Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. And I figured what better day than Veterans Day to do this video, since I'm applying, doing an actual interview online for the Warrior Expeditions. Which is a combat veteran organization where they provide outdoor expeditions for disabled vets or combat vets. Let's get a little job description here. So I'll put you on the screen here. So Warrior Expeditions is a veteran nonprofit outdoor therapy program that helps veterans transition from their wartime experiences through long-distance outdoor expeditions. Warrior Expeditions provides veterans with everything they need to complete a long-distance outdoor expedition, which includes outfitting veterans with some of the most highly rated equipment, clothing, and supplies available from the outdoor retail industry, providing gear and skills training needed to successfully complete the expedition, and shadows veterans on the first leg of their journey to answer questions and troubleshoot issues, and coordinating community support in the forms of transportation, lodging, and food from community supporters located along the trail. And that's a perfect description. That's exactly what it is. Like I said, I did this paddle for some outdoor therapy back in 2021, the Mississippi River Paddle from Lake Itasca up in Minnesota, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, about 2,300 miles worth. Took us 94 days total time. Actually, for me, it was 87 days of actually paddling. The rest are what they call 0 days, where you take a break from the expedition and hang out in a town. Like it says, they provide community support. They do a very good job of that. It's usually through VFWs, American Legions, just people in general. Usually, a lot of times, most times, they're ex-veterans themselves that are just positioned along the trail or along the river, or they also do a bike ride expedition as well from coast to coast. And these people just volunteered to say, hey, I want to be a supporter. I want to support these veterans as they transition back to normal life and try and help with depression or PTSD or just integrating back into society in general. So they give their time and their money and their support and their transportation and their living quarters, their houses, their RVs, their backyards, porches, whatever, bathrooms, laundry facilities, showers to these veterans and allow them to feel some love and get some support along the way. And there's also other trail angels, what they call them, trail angels or river angels that are along the way that are not affiliated with Warrior Expeditions in any way, shape, or form, but they could also be a source of support for us along the way if I were to get selected, which is, we used a few of them on the Mississippi River. So instead of just using the list of supporters that we had in our back pocket that we coordinated with and used, we also found some other resources online or on Facebook groups or this and that, or just asking other people in general, some people that could help us out with a certain situation that might arise. We had one situation where we had broken a paddle. One of our paddlers had broken a paddle on the river, so we needed a paddle resupply and found somebody on one of the Facebook pages that was able to do that for us. But they might have been a supporter. I can't remember, but a few different situations that we had on the Mississippi River where we used something other than the support we already had lined up. And absolutely, they provide all the gear and necessary stuff for you to be successful. So that's what it's all about, is succeeding at the mission. So that's what I'm doing. Today's Veterans Day. I went out this morning to Big B Coffee, and they provided free coffee for veterans this morning, so that was nice. And got to hang out with a couple of my veteran brethren and discussed, life in the military, life as a veteran, life after military, veterans affairs, all those good things. What else has been going on? Speaking of the Mississippi River, Mr. Paul Pietrofesso of the Paul Stone Project, we call him Paul Stone, he and his band, the project that is put together right now, have been working in studio on putting together the song that he and I created, and they've perfected. I gave them the tools and the lyrics and some of the sights and scenes to put together a tune for my journey on the Mississippi River, and they ended up calling it Mississippi Row On. They played it when I got back into town. We set up a little presentation there at Coastal Coffee Roasters, and he actually performed that with his band at the time, the project at the time. They're at Oak Row Brewing Company. That was the premiere. And then they've been performing it out and about around town for the past couple years, perfecting it. And they finally said, let's get into the studio and put this thing down, put this track down, put it on some vinyl, on some CDs, get a master recording together. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they just wrapped all that up. So he's been asking me for some input on some cover art and some things like that, so liner art. So it's exciting. That's going to be coming out very soon. Mississippi Row On by the Paul Stone Project. So I'm proud to be a part of that, and it's a fantastic tune. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll put it up on the tubes and give you links to it whenever I find out what they are. What else been going on? Not much since the last podcast. What was the last podcast? The Vow of Silence podcast, maybe? Might have been the last one. I've been trying to do a little bit of fasting here and there. I haven't done another Vow of Silence. I got both my sons coming in for the Thanksgiving holiday. They'll be my oldest will be showing up about a week from today, and then my youngest come in a couple of days after that from New York. Brian's coming from Flagstaff, Arizona. They were trying to figure out a way to liaison with their other grandmother, which is, she lives in the upstate around Myrtle Beach area, Lakeview, Dillon, Florence, that whole PD area of the South Carolinas. And actually said, why didn't she just come and have Thanksgiving with us? And that way you don't have to break up your time traveling all these different places. You can spend all your time in one spot, and she can come to you, and we can have Thanksgiving together. I haven't seen Shelby. It's my ex-wife's mother. Haven't seen her in many, many years, and it'd be great to hang out and catch up a little bit, and share the time of Thanksgiving together with her. So she actually lost her husband a couple of years ago, Garrett, to pneumonia from a double lung transplant that he had, and it was a tough time for her. So it'd be good to catch up and give her some love on this holiday season, you know. Well, here, let's get into it. So what we're going to do today is I'm doing my interview for the Arizona Trail. So the Arizona Trail is out in Arizona. It actually covers the entire state of Arizona. I think they opened it back in 2011 or 2012. And it goes from the border of Mexico all the way up to Utah. It's about 800 miles. Various terrain. You're going up into some mountains. You're going back down into the plains, into the desert. You actually go through rim to rim of the, from the south to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It actually goes through the town of Flagstaff where my son and his wife live, Megan, and their dog Gloria, or Glow as they call her. It'll actually traverse right beside Phoenix, where I've got my son's in-laws live down there, and I've got some other friends that are now living in that area. So along with, like I said, the support that Warrior Expeditions will help provide for us, I'm going to have lots of family and friends there in town, too, to help with some other support. And hopefully a few of them are going to actually do the trail with me if I get selected. So that would start in March and run through as late as May if it took us that long to get into May. So it just depends on how many miles you put in, how many 0 days you take, you know, how long it's going to take you. So what we're going to do is the interview. And if you watched the video from a couple years ago, it's a little tedious, but we're going to get through. It's a one-way interview, so they ask a question, and I just provide a recorded answer back to them and move on to the next question. So we're just going to go through it real quick. Here we go. We're going to do it. Let's see. Go to interview. Takes 23 minutes. Will not start until you're completely ready. We're going to go in. I'm going to enter my email address and continue. I guess I can walk you through this stuff. Please check your email to continue. So let's do that. We'll go to my email. We'll go to my inbox. Spark Hire. Hello, Brian. Please confirm your email address to ensure the organization you're interviewing with has the correct contact information before proceeding to your interview. So we'll confirm. Welcome to your interview. This is Sean Bowden. He's the owner, CEO, director, creator, founder of the Warrior Expeditions. I don't think I'm going to go into this. We're just going to skip the video. I've already done a tutorial before. We're going to skip the tutorial again. We're ready to walk you through the setup, one step at a time. The interview will not start until you're ready. Okay, we know that. Here we go. We're going to allow it to use my camera and the microphone. Like to access your microphone, allow, okay. Like to access your camera, yes. And we'll kind of go back and forth on this thing, but please confirm the camera you would like to use and that you can see yourself. We're going to FaceTime camera. Oh yeah, I see myself. There I am, and comes out good too. I got the thing in the background here. I'm going to actually move over just a tad bit for that camera, and we'll slide you over here for this camera. I'm going to slide just a little bit more. There we go. I'll give you a look here. So that's what we're looking at. That's my angle. So I got my Air Force veteran shirt here. I got, like I said, my plaque. I got my hats. You know, all the stuff. I got all the stuff. I got all the veteran stuff going on. So let's hit continue there. Choose the microphone. Blah 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 blah. You can may result echoing if you're not using headphones. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Unmute microphone playback may result in echoing. So I don't know. We're not going to do that. It looks like we've got, we've got some metering going on here on the voice. I think we're going to be fine. We're going to continue through that. Setup is complete. You're now ready to interview. You want to do a practice video to get familiar with how your interview will work. Let's just do it. Let's go. Let's start right into the interview, man. So I'm going to go into here. How exciting, guys, right? Question 1 of 10. Your think time is unlimited, so I can think about it. I have unlimited takes that I can do, and I have a 1-minute time limit once I do start answering the question. As you can hear outside, guys, it's raining today. I was supposed to go, as a matter of fact, before we start this thing, I was supposed to go on a kayak trip with the elusive Gordon Peters today, and not going to do it because it's raining outside. I was ready to do it. It didn't look like Gordon was ready to do it. I said, look, man, I'm getting ready to, I've done the Mississippi River through various environments. I've done other hikes, and he has too, backcountry stuff, and I'm getting ready to try and prepare for this Arizona Trail. Let's just get out there and do it today. But he said he would get with me in the morning, and it is now 12:50 in the afternoon, and I haven't heard from Mr. Gordon Peters. So I don't think we're kayaking today. I would almost put my money on that. And yeah, it's Veterans Day. He's got a lot of other veteran friends. He's probably hanging out and drinking with them right now. Let's get back to the video here. Ready to view this question? Let's view the question. Describe what types of jobs you performed and what types of missions you participated in during your combat deployments. All right, let's just go into it. Let's do it. So I pretty much worked in, is this thing going? Okay, you got to record, hold on. So see the minute thing up here? So it's telling me how much time I got left up here in the corner. I can show the question again, or I can just record. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. So hey, yes, I did physical therapy and occupational therapy for the Air Force, and I deployed to Balad, Iraq, the second biggest trauma center in Iraq at the time. Baghdad was the first, and provided medical care for anybody that came through, whether it be an Iraqi, whether it be a friendly Georgian, European, American, whatever, that was helping to fight the war, Iraqi freedom. We provided support for them. So we had plenty of mass casualties that came through, and saw plenty of the effect of war, not really the war, the battle itself, but the effects of that war, and just helped to get those airmen, soldiers, Marines, corpsmen, sailors, whatever, back up and ready, or either sent home to a different echelon of care. But yeah, this provided the medical care needed to keep people in the fight and keep the war going so we could hopefully win that war. So, hey, yes, I did physical therapy and occupational therapy for the Air Force, and deployed to Balad, Iraq, the second biggest trauma center in Iraq at the time. Baghdad was the first. And there we go. I like it. Pretty similar to, what the question was last time. So, question number 2. We'll put you back over here. Question number 2, view the question. And I think last time I kind of cut through some of this stuff, but I'm actually talking through it this time, so maybe I won't. Describe your transition experience after returning home from your combat deployments and after leaving your military service. All right, here we go. So I think the experience is probably like most people, right? I mean, you come back from a place like Iraq, and you come back to your job and to your family and to your responsibilities, and you don't just have a set mission every day that you're going to do. You have to now figure out what life is all about again. You have to transition into those relationships, and you've missed some birthdays and some events and holidays and stuff with your friends and family, and you have to figure all that stuff out. And it's tough. It's tough to get back into a groove and find yourself again, find your footing and your place in society. And the same thing when you retire. You have to, now who am I? Now I'm Mr. Dales. I'm no longer Sergeant Dales or Master Sergeant Dales or Colonel Dales or whoever you might be. You have to now figure out, again, your place in society and try and transition and come from a place of being way up here to now being back at the bottom of the totem pole and starting anew. So it's a big transition. It's tough.
So I think the experience is probably like most people, right? I mean, you come back from a place like Iraq, you come back to your job, to your family, to your responsibilities. You don't just have a set.
We're gonna submit it. I like it. I thought it was a good answer. It's quick, it's to the point. You can see on the screen here we've got 10 questions, so that was the second of the 10. Let's go into question number 3. Let's just push through. It's kind of like doing the trail, man, of the river. You just push through, man. Take a break when you need to, but basically you got a goal, you got an agenda, and let's keep moving. Let's keep walking. Let's keep paddling. All right, this will be interesting. Describe all the healthcare issues and substance abuse issues you have now and have had in the past. Now, I apologize if I didn't read the first 2 questions. Can't remember if I did or not. If I didn't, I apologize. I realize sometimes you guys not watching the video. You're listening on Podbean or Spotify, Apple iTunes, or Apple Podcast, or Google Play, whatever all the damn things are. You know all the things. I don't have to describe them to you. But yeah, so this one is describe all your health issues, substance abuse issues you have now or have had in the past. So we're going to get into that. It should be interesting. We're going to record only a minute for this one too. Man. Here we go. So yeah, I believe because of the burn pits in country that I have some sinusitis problems. I have some digestive issues from those burn pits, and I also have a condition that I believe was because of that called polycythemia vera, where I have a blood condition where I produce too many red blood cells, and I have to get treated for that pretty much on a monthly basis. And substance abuse, I mean, I feel like from deployment time until retirement time and through a divorce and some other things, I have definitely suffered through some alcohol addiction problems, and I've had a couple of DUIs because of it. I had 2 of them, one of them right prior to the Mississippi River paddle starting, as a matter of fact. 2 months prior, I was afraid it was going to disqualify me from doing the paddle or make me not be able to do it. But so yeah, some health issues, and I've had some substance abuse issues because of it, because of deployments, military service.
So yeah, I believe because of the burn pits in country that I have some sinusitis problems. I have some.
I'm going to push through. I've always been kind of a one-take type of guy. Even when I do these podcasts, when I'm out on trail, if I do video, if I'm kayaking, canoeing, whatever, I pretty much one take, no filter is what I call it. I try and post or put out there on social media or whatever I'm posting this stuff to. I try and put out the original content. I try not to edit too much. And even the pictures, I try not to filter them. I try not to add, take away stuff. I mean, I might crop or whatever, or maybe enhance the lighting if the lighting sucked or there's too many shadows, something like that. But I don't do anything to take away from the beauty of what I was photographing or what I was videoing or what I was doing or the podcast I was speaking in. Whatever I said, I said. You know, whatever I did, I did. Whatever the setup was, whatever the mishaps that happened, that's what's going on. Here we go. Question 4 of 10. This is another 1-minute question. The question is, describe your outdoor experience with regards to hiking, biking, and paddling. All right, it's a good one. I now have more experience. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm very excited and proud to say that I now add the Warrior Expedition paddle of the Mississippi River from source to sea to my experience list. Did it with you guys, and I'm very grateful for that. Hopefully, get the opportunity to do more stuff with you guys and get even more benefits out of the program. As I said in a previous interview, I'm also a marathoner, ultra marathoner. I've done a triathlon. I've done 11 Spartan races. I've done 4 other obstacle mud race type things. So just multiple events that test your mental and physical strength. And I'm looking forward to a thru hike. I've done plenty of day hikes. I've done good mileage. I do bike rides pretty much every day, of 10 to 15 miles a day. And yeah, I think I've got what it takes to be successful and to help the rest of the team be successful and have a good image for Warrior Expeditions.
Well, I'm very excited and proud to say that I now have
rain's coming down now, if you can hear it. We're going to submit it. I like it. I think I look good. Lighting's good. Response was good. We're going into question number 5 of 10. You guys still with me over here? We're 28 minutes in so far. No, I'm sorry, 26. I have my glasses on. I should have put my glasses on and showed them. Nah, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe you shouldn't have glasses on during the interview. I say, man, this guy has already got seeing problems. He don't need to be out getting the desert blindness and snow blindness out there on a hike. All right, we're going to go in. Question number 5 here. Question number 5 is, Warrior Expedition supports 8 hiking trails, 1 biking trail, and 1 paddling trail. State each of the trail names you are interested in completing and why you are interested in that particular trail. Okay. It should be fairly easy. Hey, so I'm interested in doing a hike this time. I would like to do the Arizona Trail. Number 1, it's one of the shorter trails. 2, I'm familiar with the Arizona and Nevada landscape after being stationed out in Nevada for 3 years. My son has lived in Flagstaff, Arizona for 12 years now, I think. So I'm real familiar with the Flagstaff area that you actually would go through on the AZT. I'm familiar with the Phoenix area. His in-laws live down there. So I'm familiar with the entire state. I've done a lot of boondocking, camping, stuff on the public land down there. Very, very familiar with the territory. And I believe I would have a lot of support, a lot of people that could actually enjoy the trail with me, which would make it more enjoyable for me. Everybody else provide some trail magic and those type things. So, Arizona Trail, please.
Hey, so I'm interested in doing a hike this time.
All right.
I would like to do the Arizona Trail. Number 1,
it's last time I didn't have the setup. I don't think I had the studio switcher. I don't think I had the lights. I didn't have anything going on. Matter of fact, I think I did have the lights and stuff because I bought those when I was out on the road, I believe, in 2020. So that would have been prior. Maybe not. Maybe I got those afterwards. No. Because I had those at the house. So that was way before I hit the road. I don't know why I didn't use the lights last time. I don't think I had Switcher Studio. I can't remember, but I went back and watched a little bit of it the other day. Great content, but the video was kind of bland. The colors weren't there. It was like almost like a black and white. Question 6 of 10. Another 1 minute for this one. Warrior Expeditions trails take approximately 3 to 6 months to complete. State your availability to complete a trail between the months of March and September. How do your family and friends feel about you leaving for 3 to 6 months? So it's an easy one for me. That trail would probably be, I would like to do it in 2 months, in 60 days, but I think they give you the 3 months for that particular trail. The 6 months that they're talking about would be for the longer extended trails like the Pacific Coast Trail, the Appalachian Trail. Those are considerably longer, over 2,000 miles on those guys. This one, 800 miles should be doable. Somewhere between 40 and like 70 days, I would think, is what my takeaway would be from all the stuff I've been watching. So let's just go into this. How does your family feel about it? Friends feel about it? Yeah, so I realized from doing the Warrior paddle that it takes a little bit of time. It took us 94 days on that trip with the team of 4 of us, and the Arizona Trail seems like it would take a little bit less time. It could take up to 3 months, I guess. But so yeah, family and friends. I'm a full-time RVer. I think I've told you guys before. So I'm on the road. I'm fully retired. I have no commitments anywhere. I have all the time in the world to do this thing, and I have all the time. Only thing is, I have a dog. I had a dog last time. My parents were able to keep the dog and board her for me. And since I'm going to be in the state of Arizona, where I have family there, I should not have a problem accommodating the dog as well. So plenty of time, plenty of support. Everybody's behind me. My kids especially are excited to see me do another journey of some sort. They've been pushing me.
Yeah, so I realized from doing the Warrior paddle that it takes a little bit of time. It took us 94 days on that trip.
That's what that one looked like.
The team of 4 of us, and
we'll finalize that one. What do you think, guys? Is this exciting? Probably not. Of course it's exciting. What are you talking about? I'm getting ready. I'm applying to do another expedition, a trail. It's exciting for everybody involved. You guys are with me. You guys are on the journey. And Mr. Paul Stone, we've already talked about if I get to do the AZ Trail, that sounds like another song. Sound like a song in there somewhere. So we're going to maybe put our heads together and try and come up with something else. I hope this rain isn't coming up too much on this thing, but maybe I'll apologize for the rain in this. All right, here's the next question. Although Warrior Expeditions provides everything needed to complete a long-distance expedition, we recommend you have access to $500 per month while on the trail. Therefore, will you have access to $500 per month while on the trail? This is an easy answer. Same question as last time, I believe. I don't remember if it was 500 that was recommended, but yeah, absolutely. Access to $500 a month, no problem. And I just want to apologize. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I'm actually in my travel trailer that I live and travel in. So it's raining today. I was supposed to go kayaking, as a matter of fact, on the Ashley River, or on the Edisto River today here in South Carolina, but a buddy of mine decided he wasn't really interested in paddling in the cold weather and the rain, so we canceled it. But yes, absolutely, I will have access to plenty of money through retirement and disability, and just a minimalist lifestyle that I live. I don't think it would take that much money to through hike the Arizona Trail. But thank you.
Same question as last time, I believe.
All right, so
I don't remember if it was 500 that was recommended.
It's uploading now, but that's actually the first one I haven't used the entire time frame for.
I just want to apologize.
I even apologized about the rain. All right, question 8 of 10. Let's view this question. Hope all you veterans out there have a great Veterans Day. I don't know if I said that up front or not, but is anyone planning on joining you for the entire trail? Do you plan on bringing a dog? Is your dog a service dog? All right. Yes, I do have a dog. I discussed that a couple questions earlier, that I'll have somebody, family, friends there in Arizona that will be taking care of my dog. She is not a service dog currently, but I do plan on making her a service dog eventually. She's in training now. I'm training her, but I do not have anybody that would do the entire trail with me. I didn't know if that was an option or not, but I don't think anybody that I know has the time to do that. I've actually asked multiple people if they would be interested in doing some sections. I definitely know my sons would probably do some sections and their in-laws and some of their family members as well. So, and a couple of my friends that live out that direction in New Mexico and Arizona right now, prior Air Force colleagues of mine. So, yeah, I would have plenty of people doing some section hiking with me. No dog at all on the trail.
Yes, I do have a dog. I discussed that a couple questions earlier.
There we go. Good answer, right? A good answer. We'll submit that one. Question 9. All these have 1 minute time limits. I could have sworn last time there was unlimited. I mean, just tell us whatever the fuck you want to tell us and however long it takes you to tell it. But I guess I'm mistaken. Here we go. Question 9. Warrior Expeditions outfits our veterans with high-end gear donated by our sponsors. Therefore, if you have any issues using the gear donated by our sponsors, Warrior Expeditions coordinates community support in the forms of transportation, lodging, and meals from volunteers located along the trail. Therefore, if you have any issues being hosted by community supporters along the trail. All right, let's go in and answer this one, huh? Well, as a Warrior Expeditions veteran that has done the Mississippi Paddle, I was highly impressed with the amount of gear, and the gear itself, the quality of the gear that was given to us, sponsored to us. So yes, I would love to see what kind of gear you guys come up with for a thru hike. I think I've seen some videos where people weighed at the beginning of the Arizona Trail, and it was like 20, 22 pounds worth of gear. I'd prefer to have a lighter pack than that, but we'll see. And I'm looking forward to it and have no problem taking advantage and use of and the hospitality and the generosity of the community supporters that will support us along the trail. That would be fantastic. And I think that's the best part of the journey is the people that you run into on the trail, on the river, on the sides of the river in the towns. That's the best. So absolutely, I love it. The gear, the supporters, give it to me.
Well, as a Warrior Expeditions veteran,
I probably got a little too pushy in that one. Like, please pick me. I love you guys. Pick me. But
the amount of gear,
and I've actually heard from another paddler friend of mine that paddled the Mississippi with me that he doesn't think that they'll pick me up to do another expedition just because they want to give other people the opportunity, and I appreciate that. And I know that there's a lot of people that apply for these things every year, and only a short handful of them get selected. I think like 10% of the applicants get selected for these trails, but I'm crossing my fingers that maybe the Arizona Trail is not very popular this year, and they're going to need to fill some slots, and I'd be happy to take one of those slots. So we'll see, but if not, I still have plans to possibly just do the trail myself, but I'll maybe find somebody to do sections with me, obviously. But all right, last question here. What do you hope to get out of the experience of completing a long-distance outdoor expedition? All right, we'll answer it. 1 minute. Well, what I would like to get out of the experience of a trail hike with you guys is the same thing that I got out of it last time, which is peace, serenity, refocus, appreciation for life, for the people in life, society itself. And, I've had some trials and tribulations over the past year. Like I said, I had a couple of DUIs prior to the paddle. The paddle helped me kind of get through those, but I still had lots of problems and issues from that over the past 2 years since I got off the river. And I've had to go through some programs and through some abstinence from drinking and those type things. So I'm hoping that another expedition would just help me solidify the things that I've learned and help me transition into a better and safer and healthier lifestyle. So just one more, one more.
Well, what I would like like to get out of the experience of a trail.
And, you know, that's honest. That's honesty right there. I really would like some help and to solidify and get me in just that little bit better state of mind, you know.
Hello again, and congratulations on completing your application. During the months of November and December, the Warrior Expedition staff will review each application submitted, and then you will be notified either way during the first week of January. Now, typically, Warrior Expeditions receives
So basically what Sean is saying here is he's saying, you know, he appreciates going through the process and that they're going to review all the applications over this month in December, and then the first week of January, they'll make selections and they'll contact everyone that applied one way or the other, whether you got selected or not, kind of like a college application or anything else, right? Whether you got, whether they're picking you up or not. And if not, then they'll say, thank you for your application, try again next year. And if they do select you, then they'll give you more details from there and start issuing gear and getting you prepared for the upcoming expedition. So, and that will be a quick transition there, because the last time, you know, the selection was in January, and the Mississippi River doesn't start until June or July of that year. So you have plenty of time to think about it and really get in your head about it and get the gear and try it all out and do some workouts and get prepared physically and mentally. For this thing, you know, you get selected in January and you'll pick right up 2 months later and start trail. So a little less transition time from selection to being on trail. Let's see what else he says here.
hundreds of applications each year, but we only have enough resources to support about 40 veterans per year.
So same thing I just said, you know, they get hundreds of applications per year and they only have enough resources to support 40 people. So 40 people will be dispersed and split between these 10 different outdoor expeditions.
So for those veterans who are not selected this year, please understand it's just an issue of limited resources.
If you're not selected, just remember it's just resources and time, the amount of applicants. Please reapply is what he's basically going to say.
And therefore, we highly encourage you to reapply again next year. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to...
So there you go. So that's it. That's the application process. I am done. You can see on here, it says interview completed. Please rate your experience. I'll give them a 5. I'll give them a little great work. As always, give them a little exclamation point. And we'll submit the feedback. And I think we're pretty much done, guys. Interview, one way, completed. It was due by the 24th of this month. I did it already. I'm done. That's it. I think I can exit this thing, right? Yeah, I'm done. So that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been 43 minutes into this video. I'm excited for this process. Now it's that sit back and wait type thing that I hate. I am going to figure out where I'm going to get some free lunch for Veterans Day. Most likely it's going to be Applebee's. That's where I usually go. It's always been a convenient location, and they do a pretty good job with the menu that they provide. So everyone out there in podcast land, you guys enjoy yourself. Have a great Veterans Day. Have a great weekend. Look forward to all your blessings for the Thanksgiving season that's coming up very quickly. Get together with friends, families, strangers, whoever, and celebrate, you know, this life on this beautiful Mother Earth together. And let's all just try and get along, you know. One love, one peace, one consciousness. I mean, we're all one. So if you do something bad to somebody, you're doing something bad to yourself. If you love somebody, you're loving yourself. All right. Peace out. I'll try and put this thing together and hopefully get it out this evening. If I do, like I always say, if I do, you'll know I did. And if I don't, then you'll be like, oh, he didn't. He fucked up. And by the time you get to the end of the video, you'll be like, no, we didn't get it out. It came out way after that. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.